Yeah, that's what I was waiting for you to do that. Yeah. Okay. Hi there, YouTubers. All right. Old Gorby's going to show you a couple of things here. Number one, I want you to notice this thing. It looks like I have two of them, but I actually don't. I have one, and I have another one. I assure you they're quite different from each other. They have only a passing resemblance to one another. They are only superficially the same. All right? They operate totally differently. First of all, they're opposite. They're mirror image. And they operate differently. From a programmer's point of view, they look like this. When you look at this thing, it looks like this. This is how it actually looks in a programmer's point of view. Like that and like this. They're opposite. So they don't look like this and this. They look like this and this. Now, one concave and the other convex, of course. So you have a left hand, and the left hand operates kind of like this. And my right hand is out of the way over here. See? It's all out of the way. I took it out of the way. It's not even involved in this at all. It's over here. Okay? That's an E. That's an A. That's a B7th. Get it? That's a high A7th. Here is a low A7th here. Low E7th. High E7th. Here's a C. Here's an F. Here's a G. Okay? My right hand is not involved at all. Notice that. I want you to notice that. Now, when I involve my right hand, I'm going to just go to a C, to an E chord. It's easy. It's right there. Right? Like that. I want you to notice something about my right hand. I'm playing an electric. I'm playing, as a matter of fact, a Stratocaster, American version of the Stratocaster. Very sweet instrument. I'm playing it with my left hand over there, right, making the chords. And my right hand over here, yes, you noticed. I'm not holding a pick. I never do. I don't use picks. I never do. Never do. I don't have to use a pick. Okay? I'm not a real guitar player, no. But that's one thing I share with a real guitar player is I do not use a pick. I know I'm going to get a ton of mail about this, and I'm going to have to probably fight my way out of the swamp of, eating all the insults that come back to me. I use a pick, fuck you. Yes, I understand you do, and I understand the sound, fuck you too. I mean, but I'm telling you that you shouldn't need a pick to get any of the effects you get with a pick. Okay? It's just less painful when you use a pick. It's slightly less painful. It's not painless, just slightly less painful to use a pick. It's painful, yeah, to play a guitar, especially an electric with all these steel strings and everything. And you're playing like that. So you're note bending and you're doing all kinds of stuff and you're going to be hammering on and all that and just all kinds of stuff. And it's going to hurt. See, it hurts with the left hand because the left hand is being, eaten up by this cheese or egg cutter, of six-stringed egg cutter here. By the way, you actually can, if you need to do it. If you're out on a picnic and you have, yeah, you're already ahead of me. Yeah, you got a guitar and you don't have a sliced egg or an egg slicer handy. Yeah, cheese too, same deal. You can just pass it through the strings of your guitar and then fish it out the inside of the box. Oh yeah. So just don't ever forget that if you're out in the wilderness and you need to have a cheese slicer somewhere or an egg slicer. It's right there, and all you got to do is rewire your guitar, and you can play it good as new. Yeah, so So when you're playing with your bare hand, can you get different effects that you can't get with a pick? Not really. Not really. I mean, there is obviously the double twang, but hardly anything else. That because there's always a fraction of a difference between. See? Always a fraction of a difference between the thumb and the forefinger or the other fingers and whatever it is that you use like that. When you use them all together at the same moment, then it is different from using a pick. That's only in cases where you're doing full grabs, things like that, and where you're doing multiple strike with your fingers all at the same time, your thumb and fingers and so on. But as long as you're not doing that, there's some time factor there, so you could conceivably do the same thing with a pick. Okay? I've heard some pick players who could lay just about anybody to waste. I mean, they were fabulous, unbelievable pick players. And I have heard some of the best guitar players I've ever heard play with a pick. I rest my case. Well, I mean, not every theory can be perfect. So I recommend that you try to play the guitar with your hand, your right hand, picking and working with it and so forth. But when you do, don't overdo, because it's going to start hurting. You're going to get blisters. If you go too far, you'll get blisters. If you don't go too far, you won't get blisters. And eventually you'll get calluses developing on your right hand, just as they are on your left hand. Okay? So don't push too far. Don't push too hard, because you don't need to. Take your time. It's going to take you about a year to develop the calluses that you need. In the meantime, don't push. Just take your time. Okay, let's get to playing a little bit of guitar, some little stuff here. Just playing with the trio. I'm expecting my new trio today or tomorrow, and so that should be fun. By the way, I'm also playing the guitar with a tuner on the guitar. I thought that might be a good lesson for you at some point, to show you there's no reason to take the tuner off unless you're transporting the guitar and the tuner's in the way, which can sometimes happen, but that's a brand new day. And when you have the tuner sitting on your guitar, the head of the guitar is clear no matter where you are. All right, enough chat of chit. Chit-chat is, by the way, the kind of chat that you'd expect when you have a promissory note in your hand, or a receipt. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I came in only on the 1, just like the bass would do. Oh, I like that. Let us employ now we'll employ Louis the Looper. Now this gives you a chance to do a lead on top. It's a little off, and it will be. It's going to be a little off because because it's disconnected from the other machine. So I'm getting one that has both of those devices in the same machine, and that should hopefully eliminate the problem. Let's hope it does. Because they get digitally off skewed by one unit, and it's enough to take them out after 2 or 3 times around. I find that the longer you lay down a rhythm line, the more likely you'll stay with the drummer and the bass, but it's not guaranteed. Anyway, I want to talk to you about some stuff here.
This Andy Warhol doll you have is no longer available.
I'm sure it is not.